It's the Bolt Action 3rd Edition week here on Tabletop, and with a comment, you could win one of 3 Battle of the Bulge Starter Sets. We will pick 3 winners, one from the YouTube comments, one from the comments on OnTableTop.com, and one from our Cult of Games members. So you guys get an extra chance to win.
Hello everybody and welcome to this Let's Play for Bolt Action 3rd Edition. I'm joined once again by Kieran from Warlord Games and we're going to be playing a full 1000-point game this time round. The US Airborne are going to be facing off against my Germans, which contain a delightful mix. I've got a armoured section of 2 StuGs. I've got a Hanomag towing a pack as a little bit of anti-tank. And then I have my Fallschirmjager. They are Fallschirmjager, the Panzergrenz. They are Fallschirmjager, yes. I'm starting to doubt myself. And they will obviously be doing the Lord's own work, sweeping forward and removing the terrible US Airborne and accompanying armour that's coming their way. What are you rocking yourself?
So
Kieran?
for this, we've got 4 platoons. We have got the US Armoured platoon, which has got a Sherman and a Greyhound. We've got a US Airborne Rifle platoon, which has got 2 8-man sections, a bazooka team and their platoon commander with additional men, a US Airborne Heavy Weapons platoon, which has got a light and medium mortar and a platoon commander. We've then got the Recce platoon, or reconnaissance platoon, which has got an 8-man section and a 2-man platoon commander. Okay,
so nice, light and fast for the US Airborne. I feel like I'm about to be overwhelmed by numbers here. So for the purposes of this scenario, we're actually going to be playing a breakthrough mission where the goal is to get your infantry / armour off the opponent's board edge or into their deployment zone. So if we end up in each other's deployment zone at the end of the game, you get 1 victory point. And if you go off table, you get 3 victory points per unit, team or
vehicle that's off the board.
Yeah. So we have this delightful little valley with a lovely road running through it. US Airborne are going to be coming in from the other side, and then on this side I'll hopefully be rebutting their advance. So we're not going to use any of the optional rules for weather or anything like that. We're just going to play a straightforward game, and we'll be right back after deployment for the start of turn 1. All right, we're ready for turn 1. Before we draw the first dice from the bag, terrain-wise on this board, we have hedgerows running along the roads. Hedgerows are soft cover.
Yep, they are soft cover.
Trees are dense cover if they're on one of these little tree bases. So these are soft cover and dense.
Yep, that's correct.
We have 2 buildings, a barn and a cottage, which are hard cover.
Hard cover, they count as buildings.
And buildings, okay. A hill, a impassable cliff, don't worry about this one, but a passable cliff here so infantry can advance up and down that as they go swinging up and down the mountains. And any other little bits of tree that you may happen to see sitting around individually are just there for dressing. Don't worry about them. Nothing to see here. So, with that in mind, I see the Airborne have deployed heavily on the ridgeline.
Yep, they're coming to support the armour and they are looking to see if they can cut across the board.
Yes, I've got some Fallschirmjager moving up on my right flank. The other unit is in the Hanomag, and then I've got the StuG in the pack dug in at the back, ready to see what comes their way. And the first dice will be a German dice. Now, yes. So, with that in mind, I think I'm going to have to do some shooting. And I think I'm going to activate... my pack. Because it seems like the thing to do right now is have a shot before anybody gets a chance to shoot at me. So I'm going to shoot the Sherman. This has a fixed arc, same as previous editions, but you are almost down the barrel of my gun and you are 34 inches away, so well within range.
Yeah, this is going to be quite a nice shot. Obviously, there's no long range in this edition.
Yes.
So there's no penalties for that, but the odds of hitting are a baseline of a 4 compared to the 3 that was second edition.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and take a punt on a 4 and I get a mighty 1. Not having it right now.
No, starting strong in this game.
And unfortunately, I've given away my position. Random shootings. Another German. Oh, hello, Stug. I think we're going to do something similar. Yeah. In fact, we're going to do exactly the same thing. Another fire order from
fire at the Sherman.
And fire at the Sherman. Because I really don't want the Sherman shooting back at me. And I have a horrible feeling he will shoot back at me multiple times.
It would be rude not to. You've already opened up the shooting.
Yeah, so 30 away, straight down Main Street. Single shot again for the Stuglet.
Yeah, and you're looking at 4s.
Another 1. I'm nothing if not consistent. So that's all good.
I mean, that crew is probably very happy right now.
Well, I would be. Oh no, it's an American.
So I was thinking about moving infantry, but it would be rude not to fire the Sherman.
Well, I would imagine so.
So we're going to fire at the Stug. I cannot see because of the hill. So that's Stug, so I have to go for one that's already been.
Yes, the one that's already fired.
So we are looking from the breech of the gun at about 29 inches, so well within its range. We haven't got a pin tool, so we can't, and the hole, I cannot see your pack because of how it is, because of the trees.
Yeah, there's a nice tree line in the way. Well, you should be able to, because I could see half of you. Yeah, because I could see you down that side.
And we'll fire the hole-mounted medium machine gun. Unfortunately, unlike in the previous edition, it only has 3 dice.
Okay.
Medium machine guns having 6 being halved if they're vehicle-based.
Okay.
So we'll do the main gun first, as that's the exciting one.
Yes.
And we are looking at a 4.
Don't feel like you have to. You did, though. That's unfortunate. Okay. What is the penetration then on a Stug?
So the Stug is armor 9. It's a medium tank. This is a medium anti-tank gun with a +5. So this is where we check the range to see if we're over half.
So to front of my hull is there.
Yeah, so 29. So we are just within its half range. It's 60 inches, 72 for a heavy, 84 for a super heavy.
Okay, so no reduction in penetration then?
So we're looking at 5 plus a d6. So we are looking for a base of a 4 to get superficial. 5.
I feel like a Stug's about to explode.
So for this, we're looking at stunned on a 1, 2 is immobilized, 3 is on fire, and then 4, 5, 6 is knocked out. So if you want to add a pin, as it has been successfully hit.
6, knocked out. I won't bother adding that pin.
No.
I'll just add some smoke instead. Oh,
it's going to stay there and fire.
Poor little Stug has exploded. You do have the machine gun then on the pack?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. So we have the machine gun.
Yes.
We've got 3 dice. We are going to check if we're in range. We're looking at 36 inches. Okay. So I think I have a horrid sneaking feeling. Oh, well, we are still in.
There, yeah. Oh. See, told you should take the shot.
Always take the shot.
Always take the shot. What's the worst that can happen if you don't?
Just miss.
Yeah.
Just a few stray bullets. I mean, the Americans have got so many of them.
Oh, yeah.
And let us go.
Bullets and spades.
No, not a shot.
A sausage. Okay.
I
feel slightly better. Do I feel better? I don't think so.
No, I don't.
No.
It's a rough one.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it's not one for me.
The German.
Right. Okay. So the Sherman has gone. But I do feel like that's going to cause me issues if I don't deal with it at some point. So
just lumber up the board, feeling like a heavy tank in its medium tank chassis.
Well, what I'm feeling at the moment is possibly an advance with my Stug up onto the crest of the hill and then just plant the Sherman.
Would be a commanding side shot.
Yes. Well, I don't know if it would be a side shot because there's still the intervening dense terrain
that is
here.
true.
So I think I can get a shot on you, but it'll have to be under your front. Considering I haven't managed to hit yet, I don't think the direction of the shot's the issue. I think it's more a case of where it's coming from. Just out of view there, am I? No, I'm just in. Movement for vehicles, they can get a 45-degree move
Yeah,
or
they
turn.
can do a pivot.
Yes.
One pivot, and then they can move for armoured vehicles 9, wheeled vehicles 12.
Okay. So he's going to pop up onto the hill and then lob one into you. I know it looks like he's got a short barrel 105, but we're not playing it with 105 howitzer. So 20 inches away, well within range. Let's see whether or not I can actually damage you. Or even hit you would be nice. No, another one. These are the dice I'm used to. Oh,
We've all had games like this.
It's all going well. I've had a lifetime like this. There's one for the Americans.
Okay. So I think we are going to fire the light mortar at your Hanomag.
Okay.
Nice open top. Your other infantry are a bit too well hidden, hiding behind the dense terrain. So
Dookie.
this one here, we are going to fire. So light mortars now have a much greater range, so a 48-inch range compared to the 24 they previously had. So we're at 34 inches to the front of the Hanomag. So we're looking at a 6. That stayed the same from 2nd edition. Nope, we got a 2. However, we'll put a dice down next to the Hanomag to show that it is being zeroed in on.
In fact, I may actually have a little chit. I'll use that. It makes as much sense as anything else. So, zeroing in on
The Hanomag.
in that any particular point of it doesn't really matter.
No, it's just the model itself.
Yeah.
So
So
do the front.
hopefully I'll be moving before anything else comes in there. You're not rocking extra spotters for yours either?
Nope, no spotters, unfortunately, but they have got a commanding point on the battlefield.
Yes. They can see an awful lot of the world.
Yes. I think we're going to attempt to move the bazooka team. It's in the wrong position for dealing with the tanks. However, the Sherman's doing an admirable job. We are going to, because we need to move a full move to get down, we are just going to move to the edge and hope they don't get shot off the board before they can. So that was just an advance. That was their turn.
Okay. Creeping onto the side of the crevasse.
Yeah, a small team, although not with the small team rule anymore.
Nope, it's gone away.
Another US.
Like most of my army, it's going away.
We'll slowly creep the airborne over to the edge, because what we want to do is try and get to that back line, score some objectives, potentially take some units out.
I really hope you don't.
Yeah, it's always good to take some units out, but
Oh, well, I see that. I've noticed.
first shot of the US turn.
Yes, another
Right, thank
American.
you. Put that down. Then with this one, I think we're going to be brave.
Don't feel like you have to be brave.
So we are going to fire at your soft squishy pack.
Yes.
So we're going to fire the two machine guns. So we've got a heavy machine gun, which has 3 dice, and then the medium. So you are already in cover, so you don't get the benefits of your gun shield, because gun shields, rather than giving you a plus to your save, give you the option of soft cover.
Okay.
So they've moved, needed a 4 baseline, and then it jumps up to a 5.
Sure.
So 1 hit, so that'll be a pin on the pack.
Yes.
To wound, nothing.
Nothing. Just the pin.
So it has hit the gun shield and just pinged off.
Then sometimes a pin is all you need.
Then the medium
there, actually.
machine gun. That is another hit. And then with this, let's see what we get. What did I?
4.
4, which is not enough. Yes, that is enough to wound. So you do get your cover save.
Yeah, because I'm running regulars for my pack and StuGs. Only my Fallschirmjager are veterans.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So we've wounded. Now let's see if you can save. You are in the trees, which gives you light cover. So you have a 5-up cover save.
No.
So that would be one of the crew have been unfortunately caught.
That's very unfortunate. I'm just going to mark that with that because I can't remove the men. Okay.
And then
That's
he's done incredibly well.
not wanted. Don't like it. Can't really do much about it.
That's one of
That's
yours.
One of me. So, on the hill, you have still got another section that hasn't moved and a mortar that hasn't gone.
And 2 officer teams.
I'm less worried about the officers. And there's the half track on the road, but it's currently being blocked by a Greyhound.
It can only go so far.
Yes. In which case...
I'm quite happy with it being behind those dense terrain for the Stug on the hill.
Yeah. I think I may have to go with some of my infantry. So I don't have to worry about them too much.
There are some nice US Airborne on the ridge line that are hoping to get down, but they could get mowed down beforehand.
I'm going to go with an advance for my infantry, move forward in the tree line. And as long as they get within 1 inch of the edge of the dense terrain, they can fire out.
Yep.
So I'll pop them forward. My back markers can still get within 1 inch. And the rest will just feed through here. Just make sure everybody gets a shot. It would be terrible if they came all the way to war and weren't able to fight.
It would be a shame.
That's my advance into there. And then shooting.
Each of the Fallschirmjager squads has got a light machine gun, 2 assault rifles, and the rest wielding rifles.
Okie dokie. So we'll have a quick look at the range for the assault rifles because it's the shortest, 18 inches. In fact, I'll see where they're hiding.
The kneeling character.
There's 18 inches. So he's in. He's my back marker as well. So my 2 Sturmgewehr are in, or 2 assault rifles. And then all the rifles will be as well. However, the assault rifles don't have a minus modifier to moving and shooting.
That is correct.
So they're going to be hitting on 4s, of which 3 will hit.
Ooh.
Then I have 1 LMG.
1 light machine gun with 5 shots because of Hitler's buzzsaw.
And they will be hitting on 5s and 6s. So 2 hits from that. Bring me up to 5 so far. And then rifles.
You have 7 in total. 6 in total.
One of them's the loader for the
For
LMG.
the light machine gun, yes.
So these are 5s again. Another 2. So definitely a pin.
Let's throw a pin
7
down.
hits in there.
So they are veterans, so you're looking at 5s.
And I get 3.
Ooh.
So that's a nice round of shooting from the Fallschirmjager.
That most definitely is. As I have no medic, and they're in the open, so they cannot even attempt to save this. So let us remove 3 poor riflemen as they get taken out in the line of duty.
Mown down on top of the ridge line. That'll teach them. I feel for them really.
You've already taken a pin.
I've already, yeah.
Yep.
You can put a second pin on if you want.
No, it's fine.
I won't say no to you. I need something. Most of my army is activated and I've lost more. Oh, it's one for the Yanks. Of course, you do have 12 order dice in here compared to my 8, so I expect to see a lot more of them out anyway. I say that actually, compared to my 7, because technically that's yours now.
So
Pop them on the hill.
we're going to rush over to support our
Brave lads.
our buddies in the other section who have been shot at. And we are going to open fire.
Yes.
The
Just
Fallschirmjager
down
in the
the
tree line.
Fallschirmjager who came out.
So we've got 4 shots for the light machine gun.
Yes.
We have got 2 for the SMG, which will be most likely out of range. We are just going to confirm. Yep, comfortably out of range. And then we have got 4 riflemen. So they are 8 dice in total. They're all firing on the same modifiers, so we'll roll them all together.
Sure.
So we're looking at 5s. And I see a couple there.
Yes. 3.
Yep, 3 shots.
Hop
If only they were wielding assault
a
weapons.
pin on the poor fellows.
And then 5s to wound.
Yes.
That is
3.
3. Wow.
Oh my God. Okay.
You do, however, have a cover save because you are in the
Yes,
trees,
in the
so you
trees.
get a 5-6 cover save.
What are the chances of me making several 5-6 saves? The answer is I made 2.
That's good going.
That's impressive. No exceptional damage anymore.
No, exceptional damage has gone away.
You are a loader. You can stay. You are just a fella. You can go away. Poor fella. Shame. I mean, technically I'm in front because you've only killed 2, whereas I've killed 3. Now, the fact that one of my 2 is a StuG is neither here nor there.
One
It
of
still
them
only
is
counts as 1.
205 points.
It only counts as 1. We learned that from Gimli. It is me again.
When we wait to see the mouse get taken off the battlefield.
Right. That's interesting. I only have officer or Hanomag and friends left. And I don't want to activate any of them. I'm going to go with the officer. They will... Let me see. You've all kind of gone at the moment. I'm going to advance to there, which will put him within 6 of both units.
That's a good way of doing it.
Yeah. Until you drop a mortar on his head, it's a great way of doing it. Then it becomes a, why did I put him out in the open kind of way of doing it.
I'd never roll a 6 on the first strike.
No, I'm going to hold you to that.
I think we're going to find out just now. We are going to fire the medium mortar.
Yes.
We are comfortably in range at 30.
I see that, yeah.
1
Poor
dice.
fellow.
Let's put that on fire. Then we are going to go to fire. Nope, a 1. Your officer is safe for another day.
Well done, him. Good old Heinrich. He will survive. Looking majestic, not even worried about it. Not caring the world, not a thought in his head.
No.
Yeah, it's all good.
A shell landed right next to him. Didn't go off, so he's all right.
It's me. It's one for me. I didn't want that this early. Right. Okay. So, yes. I think it'll have to be the Hanomag anyway, because I want to get away from that spotting zone. Half tracks movements then.
Half tracks movements are 9. They do get 2 pivots.
So I
And
can
they go 18 on a road.
and I can use them at any point.
Yes, any point in your movement.
So I could go. What will that be? About 15, 14, 13. 13 to there.
So,
I'll leave
crafty
my
roadblock, I'm seeing.
spotting behind, and then I will pivot 90, and I will go by remaining 5 to there. That's my advance. I could spray you with machine gun.
It is open topped, so you will pin.
Oh, well, in that case, I will definitely try that. It seems to be the prudent thing.
It's only fair.
Yeah, 3 machine gun shots at the Greyhound on 4s, of which 2 will hit.
That would be on, point blank.
Sorry,
Yes.
yeah, point blank.
So you jumped, so it would have been 5, but because you got into point blank, it does drop down to 3.
Oh, even better then. And then nout as far as
However,
damaging goes.
it doesn't matter because you get the
Yes.
most valuable prize of all, a pin.
Yes, a pin marker. Lovely pin on the little Greyhound as the little half track that could game running its way. Go, little half track, go.
Okay.
Now the question will be, how do I get you off that road? Especially when I explode you all over the place.
Do you think a StuGs going to be needed?
I think a miracle is going to be needed. But we shall see. And it's the Americans next.
Okay.
So, half track of your own or some officers.
Yes. We're going to move the half track.
Sensible.
We are going to just creep up to there because I will then have the 1 inch gap to fire the 50
Yes.
at your Hanamag.
Straight down Main Street.
So let's put the dice down, then we go to fire. That is one singular hit, unfortunately, because the Hanamag did move. Hanamag, M3 half track.
Yes.
So, alas, only one hit. However, it has got one +1 penetration, so I'm looking for a 6.
5, so no.
No, nothing,
Not today.
unfortunately.
Well, you get the pin, because I'm also open-topped.
So I do think it's going to be a bit of a roadblock soon.
Yeah, that's all right. They've all got legs. They can walk. Me, there's only one people left, and that would be the unit that's inside.
Your officer team and your rifle section inside.
Yes. So, they will... Well, the officer's not getting out first. That would be madness. I could snap 2, I suppose.
Yeah, get both out at the
get
same
both
time.
out. So, I will do that. Actually, I'll grab the other dice from the bag. And then, I'm assuming I can't assault on the turn I get out.
No.
But I could advance.
You could advance, and then next turn you'll be in point blank, so I won't be able to machine gun you down.
And when you get out from the edge of the vehicle and then make your move.
Yep.
So everybody will be getting out. I'll do the unit first. Hello, Americanas.
Fortunately, there's no one for you to really shoot at. I guess you could shoot at the M3 half track. Put a pin on that, or the Greyhound.
I think I'll shoot at the half track just for novelty value, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so since the half track doesn't have a pin on it, do I do that, or do I just pump everything into the Greyhound, try and give it a second?
Make it harder to activate.
That's what I'm thinking. So that's what I'm probably going to do. Let's just brutalise the half track.
Yeah. The half track, not the
sorry,
Greyhound.
the Greyhound.
Yeah.
So LMG first.
Yep, so you've got 4 shots with that.
5.
5, yep, because you've got Hitler's buzzsaw.
And advancing, but point blank.
Yep, so you are down to freeze.
Which is good, because that means 4 of them actually hit.
Nice. Some good shooting.
And then rifles, 6 of those.
Let's put the pin down for you.
I was going to say, there's no point in continuing, is there? Because there's nothing in there that can actually damage you. It's just the pin I'm doing here.
Yeah, unless you have got your that squad is the one without the Panzerfaust.
It's the one without the Panzerfaust. So I'll just take the pin, and there's no point in rolling and rolling and rolling for the sake of rolling.
Your officer team, as you did a snap to.
Yes, and the officer will also get out. They're going to get out and advance over. Yeah, they're going to advance over the hedge.
Yeah.
And into that dense terrain.
Quite difficult to dislodge now. But yeah.
I hope so. So if they advanced there, that should hopefully keep them safe for a little while as they go and play in the tree line. Right. That was the last of my activations, which means you have 4
left.
Unopposed. So I'll give you your first.
We're going to get the rifle section that is in the half track out.
I had a horrible feeling you would.
These are some miniatures we prepared earlier, so I get them off the side. So. Just sort of scoot them round with the rest of their move. Just so we can fire. Thankfully, we can't, we can fire because of our vehicle in the way.
Yes.
Because small arms cannot hurt them. So you don't have to worry about firing at friendly vehicles. But all of them can make line of sight to your infantry.
Yes.
And those are the people we're going to fire at.
I thought you would.
So let's put the dice down. So we'll do the BARs first. So for this, we are going to just check if we are in point blank. I think we are with one of the BARs, and then the other is not, so we'll have to do them separately.
Okay.
So do point blank first. We are looking at freeze. One hit.
One.
Put that to a side. Second BAR is on 5s.
Both hit.
Who would have thought that would be the better one? We've got no SMGs in that squad, and then we have got 6 rifles.
Okay.
So we're looking at 5s again. That is a spectacular hit.
Another 4, so 7 in total.
Oh, got that one as well, hiding in
Yep.
away. So 7 dice. Let's clear them out.
Then 5s. Only 2. That could have been much worse.
That could have been a lot better for the Americans, but we took a StuG out first shot, so I don't feel so bad.
No, well, you shouldn't. I wouldn't. Let's lose a couple of riflemen out of here. Bish and Bosch. And pinned as well, which is a travesty. Well, there's not much I can do about that.
Okay, next dice.
Yes.
Thank you. Just to keep things a bit different, we're going to get the officer team to the edge. That will be their turn for what they plan on doing next round.
Okay. Cliff line's starting to fill up rightly. There's another.
Okay, the second officer team is going to advance up to the edge of the dense terrain and then go fire down on the Germans on the road. So they have got 2 rifles. They're not equipped with fancy submachine guns, which is good for them because otherwise they'd be out of range.
Yes.
It's only 2 shots, hitting on 5s.
But I will get cover because I'm behind that hedgerow.
Absolutely, so you're going to get a 5-up cover save.
Which may keep me alive.
Doesn't matter if I roll a 2 and a 3 though.
Oh, okay. Better again. Don't even hit me.
Don't even get the pin.
And you have 1 remaining.
And that will be the reconnaissance platoon's sort of commander. So let's go grab him.
Coming out of the half track as well.
Yeah. So one of the fun things you can do now is keep your officers sort of around there, and as long as it's an open top, they can give orders outside of the inside a vehicle now. And then we're going to just advance him to get him. He won't be in, but he will be towards the soft cover.
Clever. Very clever.
I was thinking about going for your Fallschirmjager officer and realised he is veteran to my regular.
Yes.
It will not go well for them.
Didn't fancy that fight in the tree line.
They didn't fight that tango.
No, that's probably the best way to do it. You're already 1 StuG up. But we'll see how things pan out in turn 2. All right, we're back for turn 2. I still have men on the board. They've not been wiped out yet.
Not yet.
Let's see how long that takes. And the first dice for this turn is one of mine.
Ooh.
Oh, indeed, Mr. Man. Oh, indeed. So, I feel in my heart of hearts like that squad needs to deal with this squad.
Oh.
As much as I would love to shoot between the intervening vehicles with my Stug. Can I? Can I do that? Could I fire this Stug over the top of this rabble into that?
So, no, because you've got your... Oh no, because it's my armoured vehicle, yes, you can fire it directly at. If it was your friendly vehicle, because you have a chance of hurting it, you can't.
Okay. Right. Oh man. The ecstasy of gold. Let's just go with a fire order for my Stug while I still have one and attempt to take out your Sherman.
And you do have the pintle-mounted machine gun for firing at the infantry.
Oh, I can double dip then. Smashing. Let's do the Stug's main gun first. So, into your filthy Sherman. 4s again.
So it does go down to a 3 because you are stationary on top of a hill.
Smashing.
If you're firing an anti-tank gun, while remaining stationary at an armoured vehicle, you gain a +1 to hit.
Oh, in that case, I'm all for that. There's another one. That'll be my 4th one in a row to shoot at your invulnerable Sherman.
He's feeling so much like a super heavy right now.
There just must be so many bangs on the side of the hull. At some point, they're bound to
I'm going to take it back to a workshop and it'll be
panic and run.
look more like a sieve at the end.
Yeah.
There's lots of little holes.
Right, so Stug, please do something to them, because if they're still alive, I'm going to have a bad day. 3 dice for the pintle mount. And hitting on 4s.
Yes, you're hitting on 4s.
So all 3 will hit.
They are regular. They are going to get cover because of the intervening hedges.
Yes.
However, they weren't going to go down. Got to keep them moving.
Going down would be a bad idea. 2. 2 casualties.
It's 2 potential 5-up cover saves. I see a 3.
And a 4. So
2 untimely deaths.
And have one of those.
That's 2 of those poor reconnaissance troops are gone now.
Feeling slightly happier, although not so much because that Sherman is still very much alive. And our survey says, 1 for you.
So we are going to do a U-Men snap to action. The platoon commander here is going to activate the bazooka team and the rifle section.
What remains of the rifle section?
Absolutely. So we are going to do the rifle section first. So I'll put a dice down so we know which order they are all being activated in.
Yes.
So first, second, and then the officer last for number 3. And this is just to help when you're activating multiple units to know which order that you're doing them in, because it can affect how you play this. However, very simply, they are all going to advance. So let's get this one down first. To the bottom of the hedgerow, at the bottom of the cliff, tucked right in against the hedgerow. So that's that section. We'll then do the same with the bazooka team, and then finally the officers, who are going to be running down there as well, commanding their men to do that, and then we'll get the dice.
Okie dokie. You've left a pin up there that belongs to your rifle section.
Thank you.
I wouldn't want him to miss out. That would be terrible.
One thing we did very naughtily forget was the order test for that rifle section.
Oh yes, because they've got a...
That's a foobar.
A foobar.
So I'll put them back up on
that's
top
terrible.
of the hill. That tells me for doing it early. That really is.
They could run. They might... Well, they're not going to shoot at anybody because nobody's going to be within panicking range, are they?
The guys at the bottom will be. But you can see.
But is it not within... A friendly has to be within 12 of them.
That is true. So I think we are safe.
No, you were just out because you were...
So they go down.
Within 18, but not that close.
So they run.
Panic. Yeah, back towards the board edge.
Oh, no.
That is a travesty. And terrible shame.
Will be, thankfully, able to circumnavigate the... So they are going to get that far. And they are on their way not towards Germany and back to, I would say, Normandy.
I don't know what could possibly have happened up there that would cause them to run away.
So 2 dice for those 2. That's nowhere near ideal. Wonderful.
But acceptable. Their pin's still behind them again.
Yeah.
They don't want that pin. They want to leave it behind. I would too.
Fortunately, they've rolled.
Oh, it's one of me. One for me.
So much for those veteran troops, eh?
These things are sent to try us. Right, in that case, I will. I may actually snap 2 as well.
Try and activate the units in the valley.
No, I'm not going to snap 2. I am just going to attempt to veterans against beat up people. I'm going to attempt a assault with my Fallschirmjager.
Order test, don't roll like I did.
Yes, just avoid the foo bar and I should be fine.
And that pin goes.
Avoid it quite happily. Pin goes away. And then well within
6, so they cannot even return fire.
Yep. Which is the best news I've heard in literally minutes. So they will charge forward. Hi folks. I hope you're keeping well. And then you could mob up if there's anybody who has not made it into combat.
Everyone is in base to base.
And then we just go straight to the killings.
Straight to killing. One of the big changes in this edition is that in a melee, the attacker does not go first.
Yes.
If they're out in the open, they get attacked simultaneously. And if the defender is in defensive terrain, they get to go first. So it's a lot riskier than previous editions.
Do I have Sturmgewehr in that unit?
You have got 2 Sturmgewehrs.
So they have the Tough Fighter special rule now, and that Tough Fighter is
slightly different. They get to re-roll their attack, any missed attacks, rather than gaining additional hits on the successes.
Okay, so I'll do my 2 Sturmgewehr first. 4s.
Yep, you're looking at 4s.
Fail 1, re-roll it for Tough Fighter.
That's 2.
2 dead, and then my rest of my unit is another 6.
Yep.
2, 4, 6. Make sure I've had no casualties there. And these are on 4s with no rerolls. Another 4.
Also, that will be that unit wiped out, but they do get to attack back before they get taken down.
Hopefully you won't make any.
So I'm looking at 5s.
You make 4, which is a lot more than I was hoping for.
However, because I've been completely wiped, even though it was a draw. Oh no, you still won with 6, so they are all
dead.
Unfortunately
get
gone.
A little victory dice from me.
And you do get your movement.
Yes,
1d6.
I get a 1d6 consolidation, which will be 3, almost a 6, and then the dice tray got in my way. Terrible, terrible dice tray. So I will go 3 inches. I feel like getting something between me and the Sherman is probably a good way to go.
Absolutely.
Although I did toy with jumping over the wall there and saying hello to your officer, but I don't think there's much I can do about that.
So, normally in the previous edition with transports, I would have that vehicle would be destroyed because you're nearer to it than I have friendly units. However, with the current edition, with 3rd edition, I have to do an order test with armoured vehicles. If I fail, it's removed.
Ooh,
if it stays, it gets to remain.
Oh, I wish I'd put a pin on it now. That would have made all the difference.
It would have.
Instead of doing it on the Greyhound.
I mean, you did wipe out the infantry, though, so
yeah,
they were meant to be a bit more of a roadblock. It seemed more like a speed bump.
Speed bump, yeah.
So we're looking at 9 because they are regular. They just...
Pass it on 8, yeah.
Yeah, just about stay.
Well, just about is still good enough.
Otherwise, that road's looking very open right now.
It is.
Next dice.
I might even be into your...
There.
Oh, well,
was that...
No, that's one of your victory dice. Where have I put? I've put it somewhere clever. Oh, there it is there. And it's another one from me, which is great news for all concerned. How great is my news? Let's find out. I think it will have to be my Fallschirmjager here. They are going to have a fire order gifted onto them on the off chance that they can deal with some of the people who are trying to sneak down around them.
Are you going for the ones already in the valley?
No, I'm going to go for the guys on the hill here.
I am going to have them go down.
Yes, I would. I'll give you that. While I take my order test.
After seeing what happened to my last section, I'd rather them...
I pass my order test.
Ooh.
So that's good news. Pin goes. And then I line people up for another shootings. Now, delightful little Sturmgewehr. Are you in range this time? 18 again. And that's 18. So that's one Sturmgewehr in.
Comfortably in.
Means they're both in. So that's great news for all concerned. So 2 assault rifles on 4s, because I've not moved.
Yes.
Of which 1 will hit. And then 5 dice of LMG.
Yep.
On 4s, where 2 more will hit. So we're up to 3. And then my rifles from the unit.
You have 6.
Another 2. So 5 hits in total. Not as devastating as my first round of fire.
Nope.
But still pretty good.
You're looking at 5s.
Just 2.
And then 2 cover saves of 5.
1 save, 1 not.
And 1 pin on that poor unit.
That's good. I enjoy that. It also stops you advancing, and it's over to you.
We are going to snap 2 with the second officer, so if you can grab me 2 more
I will.
order dice. We're going to activate the medium mortar, the light mortar, and then the officer.
There you go.
So we're going to switch targets as the Hanomag has moved, and go for your troops in the tree line.
Okay.
So we'll fire with the medium, and we are looking for a 6. Nope.
3, no.
We'll then go to the light mortar, looking for a 6 as well.
I was going to put that mid-table, or mid-unit rather.
Another 3, unfortunately.
So 2 in there, stacked on top of each other, or spread out for...
Yep, stacked on top. They were just maximum effect. And then we're going to fire the rifles, which are comfortably in range
Yes.
at your section. So 2 dice, hitting on 4s, and unfortunately,
None.
not a thing. I think my luck might have all been in that one Sherman.
Yeah. He does seem to have an invulnerability bubble though, which is good. Oh, it's me. Right. Yeah, I'm going to advance with a half track. If I'll take my order test first, see if I can. See, he has a pin on him.
Don't do like I did and roll that foobar.
11, so as close to a foobar as you can get. So just a fail in this case.
Does go down.
So he just goes down. Oh, no, my officer's there.
Yeah.
He gets +2.
That is true, and he is part...
9, 10, 11. No, he still fails because of the pin.
Oh.
So he will still go down. That's annoying. He just does that then. Right.
It's not looking so good on this American left flank.
Yeah, but you've got a lot of you, so you're
That is true. We're going to have the M3 half-track open up with its heavy machine gun
I would.
at point-blank range.
Yes.
So we're looking at 2s.
Right into the face of my delightful little men.
I see 3 successful hits. Thankfully, because it has +1 penetration, your 5 for your sort of like veterancy does drop down to a 4 for wounding.
Okay.
That's 2 casualties.
2 casualties. And a pin as well.
Yes.
Pop that on there and then take him. We'll take him, you're a loader. I'll take rifleman. Handle riflemen. Poor little casualties.
They were very brave.
They were brave little soldiers. Let's see whether or not they can maintain their bravosity. Braveness.
Braveness. Potentially more like bravado right now.
It's me. Okay. Right. I didn't want to do this. But the fact the Hanomag, my half-track, hasn't moved, leaves my line of fire...
On the Sherman.
On the Sherman completely gone. Because there's just a massive half-track in front of it.
There's a Greyhound.
Which means the Greyhound is going to get it in the face.
I think.
Yeah.
I can't really go anywhere to recce away, unfortunately.
Good.
Because my half-track is right behind blocking the road.
Yes. Half-track in front, half-track behind. Will I flub another order? Let's see. 5. I passed that one, which is great. So the pin goes. And I get a shot. This also gets the +1 to fire for...
Yes, it does.
Anti-tank
So you get freeze.
It will hit.
So no matter what, that is a pin.
3 pins on you is a good start. Distance is 22.5. Let's say 23.
Well into
so
its regular range.
And what's the armour of a...
So it's an armour 7, and you have got a +6 penetration.
That'll be a penetrating hit, and it will...
Be destroyed.
Destroy you on a 4. I'll give you some smoke.
Wonderful.
You can add the lovely smoke of death. And he hadn't activated yet, so I will steal one of yours for me. All right.
That is rather disastrous. I had some plans to do with a little...
I'm glad I could put a spanner in the works. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or a pack in the Greyhound. Oh, another one for me. It's going to be my ossifer. Which ossifer is it going to be? Decisions.
Doesn't really make much of a difference.
No, I'm going to go for the guys back here. See whether or not I can get into a position where I can shoot someone. So they will advance into the tree line with their friends. I know it means they're no longer in snap 2 range of both units, but actually they're just armed with pistolets, aren't they? Because that's my artillery.
Yeah,
pistol and SMG. They're not going to be firing at anybody. They'll actually, in that case,
stay a bit further back.
They'll stay further back, just so they can't be picked out. But they can always advance and support that terrible flanking maneuver next turn, because that is coming my way.
However,
don't like that.
Unfortunately, very few of them got through.
I'm very glad. Yeah. Very, very glad. Americans.
Oh, the one good thing about losing the Greyhound, as it has opened up a line of sight on that Stug.
Yes. You no longer have to worry about lanes of fire for him.
So we are going to fire. I'm going to stay still to get that +1. Otherwise, I could pivot and turn. Also, turning that flank on you is not very advantageous.
No.
So we're well within range. We're stand and fire, needing a 3.
That's Stug. 6 will do it.
So I have got a penetration of 5 against your 9. So I'm looking for a 4.
And you get it.
So that's superficial. So it's slightly different.
Okay.
So if you turn to the back of your rule book and look at the index, you'll be able to find the superficial damage table. However, it is also found neatly at the back of the book as well.
Just your little quick reference.
Yeah, exactly. This is a new table that includes some minor damages to vehicles that won't knock them out of the game truly, but will just add extra complications for the crew driving it.
Is one of them main gun off?
So one of them is turret jammed.
Right.
Obviously not an issue for you, as you're a very good Stug.
Yes.
So let's see what we get. I have got a 3.
3.
So you wouldn't believe it.
Go on then.
Turret jam.
Yes.
So unfortunately, it doesn't affect the turret, but it does go, it drops down to steering compromised.
Okay.
So with steering compromised, the hydraulics and mechanical controls of the steering system are damaged. Add an additional pin marker, so you get 2.
Yeah, okay.
The vehicle can make 1 less pivot when moving. So you cannot turn the Stug no more.
Okay.
However, you are in optimal shooting.
He's not really planning on turning much. If he ever gets another shot, I don't think it's going to worry him too much.
No. The Sherman's feeling very good right now.
I would be. It is my final dice,
Officer.
which means my last officer. Now, I think I'm just going to...
Stay where he is?
Oh, no, I'm going to advance. Because your Sherman's gone.
Yeah, that is true.
So I can push into a position where I can start going for victory points, maybe even run off the board next turn. Advancing through the tree line will get me to there, or the alternative is go straight out the other side, so I'm in a position where I can run next turn. And I think that's what I'll do. One to there, his friend to there. So slightly further back than I want to be, but
Still in a good position.
still in a good position to absolutely book it when the booking is ready.
Believe we only have one dice left.
Yes, just one die left, and it's one of yours. So there you go.
We are going to stand where we are and fire into the Germans behind cover.
Yes, the officer.
Because we're in point blank, you ignore cover.
Yes.
So that's what's going to happen here. So it's going to get quite disastrous. 3 dice, 1 submachine gun, 1 rifle. So we're looking at 2s. 3 hits.
3 hits.
Now we're looking at 5s because of your being veteran. 1.
1.
But that is another pin.
That could be much worse.
We can remove those for the
Feel another
Greyhound.
rifleman is about to lose it. Poor fellow. Oh dear, what a shame. Never mind.
And dice back in the bag.
And yes, time to tidy up, and we'll be back for the next turn in just one moment. All right, we're back for turn 3. Let's see where we're up to.
Let's see.
Our survey says...
American.
Ooh, American.
Oh, this is quite a tough one. There's a lot to be doing here.
Yes, plenty of options.
However, we are going to go with a half track first purely because we need to see if we can order it to stay in the fight or see if it will hightail it out of here.
Okay, so you make that roll every turn then?
Yeah.
Once it's been...
So I'm looking
Debust.
for 9.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah. So it stays. We're then going to fire point blank with the 50 count
Yes.
into the German infantry.
Thought you might. Will I go down? No.
2s. That's 3 hits.
Yeah.
Looking on 4s.
Don't feel like you have to get any. Oh, you got 2. That's deeply, deeply unfortunate.
Not quite a morale test.
Not a morale test, no.
The plucky little half track's going to hold the line.
Right. So, rifle will go. I feel like a loader might go.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
They don't like it up them.
No, they really don't. And can you blame them, to be fair?
I do not.
Oh, it's me. No. Again, I also have many, many options.
As a Stug looking for revenge.
There is a Stug looking for Rwenge, as you say. God, I mean, there's a lot going on.
There's so much that needs to be done.
Right. Before those poor, brave soldiers get absolutely butchered there, I think they're going to attempt to hop the fence and kill your officer. So
It would be very brave.
it would be spectacularly brave. They can only be given an advance because they can't run over the intervening terrain, but they are well within 6 inches, so an advance will work if they can pass their order test on a 7 or less. And our survey says, Fubar.
Oh.
Oh, that's deeply, deeply unfortunate. And what will they do? They will friendly fire.
So there are Americans in the, within. However, is there enough of your Hanamag? Because that's really the only.
There's the Hanamag or the
officer team.
Yeah,
is
but the officer
neatly
team's
concealed by the dense terrain.
beautifully concealed by that terrain. So yes, he's safe, but in a terrible friendly fire incident, the Hanomag is within 12. And is it 12 of a
Enemy vehicle.
enemy vehicle?
Or enemy unit.
So
You're just
both.
out.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, looks, I would give you
Oh,
that.
that's clipped it now, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, both the officer and the Sherman are both within range. So whoever, it's dealer's choice really on that one.
So I guess you've got to, are you firing at the Hanomag?
Yeah. So LMG -1 now.
Yep, but stationary, so just 5s. Oh,
And do the
and
pins
6s.
reduce as well?
Yes, so only 1 now, so it doesn't stack like it did in 2nd edition.
Okay.
You can only ever get -1 for shooting, no matter how many pins.
Okay. So with that in mind, I will get 1-6. So we'll put a pin on it. And I won't worry about anything else there. That was well done, lads. You're great. You're my favourite.
We'll swap that to down.
Yeah. At least if they're down, they've got
Bit harder.
a bit harder,
However-
except everybody's so close, it'll probably be point blank.
Yeah. Then next dice.
Our survey says, ta-da, American.
So, before anything, we're going to attempt with the mortar. We're going to snap to the heavy weapons platoon officer. Going to activate the medium mortar first, the light, and then the officer team.
There's
Wonderful.
more dice.
So, let's fire. We're looking at a 5 now. As they haven't moved, thankfully.
No.
They're in a pretty commanding position. And we hit.
Yes, that was the medium.
That was the medium. So we'll do that first.
Okie dokie.
And a handy template.
Yes.
So we are firing onto there. So we catch 3 of them.
It's the outside circle, isn't it?
Yes.
2 inch rather than 1. So you'll catch 4.
Ooh, 4 hits.
Yes.
So 4 potential hits with a pen of +2.
Okay.
So that drops down to 3.
That'll be all of them.
And because of it being indirect fire, HE, you do not get the benefits of cover.
So pin marker on and 4 dead so far.
But it's a because HE, it's a dice worth. It's
Okay.
D2 pins.
Oh, it's D2? Okay.
So let's look at wounding. I see 2 1s. What did?
5 and a 4.
So that is 2 casualties.
So 2 casualties, and do you want to roll your D2 for pins? 2.
2 pins.
Of course it would be. Why would it not be 2 pins
So
when it has the
fired,
potential?
and we'll make a note that he has zeroed in.
Yes, that's the medium, and then 2. Do they have to be taken from under the template, or could the template be shifted to take less interesting people?
You can take less interesting ones.
That's right. They're all riflemen under that anyway. I fear for them.
That's understandable. Now we look for the light mortar,
Yes,
and it does hit.
and it hits as well.
This is only the 1 inch.
And it's the 1 inch, so the internal for that one. And,
Catch.
can you zoom in on a point and then the point
Yeah.
stays? So because I've lifted off the 2 guys who were tight to him,
Yeah,
it just leaves 1 guy by himself now.
I think that's fair. And then we're looking at only a +1 pen, so 4.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. But still
It's-
get a pin,
Yeah, still a D2 pins.
and it's D2. So mortars are quite tight for pinnings. 3 onto them. That's delightful.
And
I
then
feel like I shouldn't give you that back, but I will.
Oh, very kind. And then we're going to go, the officer team is just going to fire rifles.
Yes.
So 2 rifles hitting on 4s.
Mhm.
1 hit,
Yes.
needing a 5,
No.
but is a pin.
But another pin from
And
another
I'm
unit.
feeling very good about dropping 4 pins
Yes.
in one quick flurry of activations.
You should be. I mean, I'm not, but you should be. Our survey says, Kadunk, another American.
I'm going to snap to the 2nd officer.
Right.
So if you could get me the bazooka. Unfortunately, that rifle squad that was a bit cowardly ran
Yes.
away.
He legged it.
So unfortunately, I cannot run.
Discretion was the better part of valor, they tell me.
Yeah. Cannot run over the intervening terrain, but we will get to the edge of the next one.
Okay.
And that is with both units advancing.
over the road.
Over the road.
No.
Now
Survey
it gets
says
interesting.
another American.
We try and get them to, go the correct direction. So order test.
Yes.
So 5 and
10.
So 10. So they are veteran.
Yes.
-1 for the pin.
So 9's
So they
required.
go
Oh dear.
down.
They just go down.
Yep.
They don't fancy coming back. I have a terrible feeling they're going to come back in a turn's time and then just wipe something out anyway.
I can see them. Another foo bar runs off the board and gets destroyed.
Oh, well, I tick that, to be fair. 1 for me. That's nice. Thankfully. Right.
Quick go with the Stug.
I think the Stug is going to have to just before he gets shot to death. So, fire order. Regular.
Yeah.
So 9's normally.
So you're outside of the range of your command vehicle, which is the Stug with the pointing man.
Although he's also dead. So
Yes, unfortunately he did get taken
he's
out.
out of range by quite a bit in this case. It's the distance to the pearly gates. So 7's or less then.
Yep.
Our service is 10. So no.
He goes down.
Oh, I see how this is going to go.
Our troops don't really want to do anything.
No. I'd have to start sending officers around to cajole people into position. Another 1 for me. Right. They've not gone yet.
Nope.
On that hill.
They've not gone.
So they need to be dealt with before they get a chance to, because everything else is
Otherwise
pretty
they'll
much
put
gone.
another pin on.
So I'm going to say a fire order for what remains of that Sturmgewehr unit. They do have their officer behind them, which is good, since they have currently 4 pin markers on them. So he will mitigate 2 of those, meaning my order test is
On an 8.
8 or less.
With our dice rolls, that's a tall order.
It really is. Well, I've got a 2 so far, and another 2, 4.
So 1 pin's removed.
Double 1 would have been good there, but you can't have everything. Okay, right. So, still have 2 Sturmgewehr, still have the LMG.
And then you'll have 3.
And then I've got 1, 2,
3 rifles.
3 rifles left. So, let's go with 3 rifles first. 2 hits, 6s, which is good. And then LMG.
I will put the pin down.
Another 4.
Oh, this
So
is
7 so far. And then the Sturmgewehr. Oh, no, because I've got pins on me.
yes.
So I'm on 5s to hit. So I'll re-roll those. I'll probably get none, only get 1 from that. So 1 from that, 3 from my rifles again, since I can't remember what I hit with. So 2 so far. That's a terrible shame.
And then
4 from my Sturmgewehr.
So look at 5s.
And another 1. So I still get 3 in, just not as nice as it would have
Potentially,
been.
if you wound all of them,
Yeah.
that is a potential morale test.
I wound all 3.
That is a potential morale test.
That's excellent news. That'll teach you to come out of the forest and to an edge of a cliff where I can see you. So, morale at a...
But they are stubborn, so thankfully they do not take the pins into
So the
account.
pins, so just a straight 10 or less
Yeah.
then.
And they
5.
stay.
Okay. Aggravating, but I'll live with it. I'll live with it.
It's about the size of a medium machine gun team now. 3-man.
Oh, another 1 from me. Don't know how I feel about that, to be fair.
The pack, but there's a Hanamag in the way.
Yeah, I mean, it could move, and it probably will try to. If I attempt to advance there, because I'm half-tracked, can it still go
That
up
is
and
correct.
over the hedgery?
Yes, you can do that.
So I can get round it. So that will be my plan. I will attempt an advance with my -1 for my pins on my order check. 8 and 1 is 9. Just pass. Pin can go away. And little Hannah Mag will... 6 will get me halfway up that hedge, and then 3 will get me to there. Now, I do have a pintle, but there's no longer anybody in that, so can it still fire?
There is the officer team there. You can fire one weapon.
So I can still fire a weapon with the crew that are in it then. Okay, so officer is going to get sprayed with...
And he can't go down.
All
and
my
he doesn't
machine
get
gun
the
love.
benefits of cover, so it's not... It's only 3 dice.
Just driving up to the hedge and just shooting him.
Mm.
What a terrible man I am. Point blank.
Point blank, you've moved.
Moved and I have a pin,
So
so it's negated, so back to 4s. Which I will get 2 misses and a cocked dice, and the reroll on the cocked is a hit.
That is a pin, and then you're looking at a 4.
And I will get a 5.
So that is the poor rifleman that was accompanying his platoon commander that is gone, and a
morale check for 50% of officer dead.
And he goes.
Oh, that's a terrible shame. I say that's a terrible shame. I don't really mind him going. And he...
Hasn't been, so if you could grab a dice out.
Been. Pop myself one there. Right. Now, I just need a pack to kill the Sherman, and all of a sudden the turns have tided. But I think it's going to be the Sherman to shoot my pack. It is an American.
So, we are going to advance up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We are then going to turn,
Yes.
and we are going to fire at the Stug, trying to keep as much of my side in cover from the pack, and then we're going to just spray down the Fallschirmjager.
So forward, fire, and machine gun the levered living bejesus out of the poor
Unfortunately, the Sherman is hitting on a 5 now because it doesn't get the benefits of the +1 for stationary, and it has moved.
Okay.
So it does jump up quite significantly. But 5,
3.
so it misses. And then
I feel that.
we've done a lot of that.
Yes.
And then we are going to fire the medium machine gun at your infantry. So for this, we are in point blank range, but we have moved, so it does go to freeze.
Okay.
Okay.
2 hits.
2 hits. So that is at least a pin, no matter what.
Yes.
And then we are looking at 5s. Nothing.
No.
But
Then
the
I
4th pin.
Stacked up 4 pins on them.
And
They're
that
not feeling particularly well at all.
is the Sherman's turn.
Right. I feel like many in here now.
Yeah, I
A
think
lot of snap 2s have helped wheedle out your additional dice.
absolutely.
Another one for you, though.
We're going to do an order test.
Yes.
Try and keep the brave airborne in the game.
3.
And they do.
Definitely pass.
Remove a pin. They aren't in any position really to charge across. So they are going to just open fire at your troops in
It's
cover.
the sensible move, I feel.
No, we are going to move them in some dense terrain first.
Okay, they're going to...
So they're going to get a penalty for this shooting, so it's going to be quite rough to shoot. But I need them to try and stay around a little bit longer. So, with that, we do jump up to 6s to shoot. So it is a bit of a gamble.
But you do get 1.
1, so that is a pin.
Yes. Because they haven't had 4 pins in almost minutes.
And then
A casualty as
that
well.
potential save.
Yeah, oh, that's true, because my 5 up for being in the woods. And the cocked dice. Let's see if I can roll it flat. No.
One more
dead.
casualty.
Okay. And there's another rifleman. Unlucky. Poor rifleman. Right. It's still the healthiest unit I have on the board, if it wasn't for the pins. Our survey says, me. Right. Now. Yes.
It should just be you
I've got
left.
officers and pack. You're correct. So let's try the pack first. It is going to attempt to fire at the Sherman because it's been minutes since I missed. We'll hit it on 3s.
Is this going to get cover?
It will get cover, yes, because only his beak is pointing or sticking out of that.
I believe it will be a front arc as well.
Yeah. So, well, I'll not worry about it. I don't think I'll hit it. I've not yet. Oh, I do. I finally hit something.
Pin. So when it is behind as much cover as possible, you do strike.
And then penetration.
So you've got a +6.
4.
So you do strike through its front armour. So you're looking at that damage table.
Be lucky, little pack, be lucky. 2.
So it is immobilised.
Oh, that's a dreadful
Gains an additional
shame.
pin and cannot move.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a great worry to you. The unable to moveness. I suppose it's one less set of potential victory points crossing the tabletop.
That is true. It is going to be quite sad.
It's me again. We know it's me.
It's you.
I think my officer, who's currently hiding behind that tree line.
Oh, I completely forgot about him there.
He is just going to run
past
and run for the scoring potential of being not on the board anymore. I don't know if he's going to make it, but he's going to have a fairly good run for it. So, screaming, see you suckers. He will not get off this turn, but
he is well into the deployment.
He will be
very happy.
In fact, he's almost off.
About an inch off.
Look at him go. He can see it. He can feel it. He can feel 3 victory points coming his way.
He's abandoned all of his men to do so.
Well, they know exactly where they're supposed to be going. He's screaming, follow me, lads. He's leading the charge. So that was my officer for running. And I have another officer in here who will...
Armed with pistols.
Armed with a pistol and SMG. I don't feel like he's going to advance or move or do anything.
Far better serving that squad.
Yeah.
Motivating
He's
them.
there as a motivational buff. So that's the end of our turn 3. We'll tidy up. I'll be back for turn 4 in just a moment. Okay, we're back for turn 4. I would say things are heating up, but they've been hot for a while. So it's now a case of, I think whoever gets dice out of the bag first wins.
It's going to be very close here.
Ah, it's the Americans.
Ooh.
Isn't it?
I think we're going to go for something slightly unexpected. We're going to snap 2.
Yes.
So if I could get 2 more dice.
Motor section?
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
Doing it before I decide to leave that cover, aren't you? And ruin your mortar locations?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That was my plan for this turn if I got that dice. But
medium. So we are hitting on a 2 now. So it has dropped down because we zeroed in last turn.
Yes.
So let's see.
1. That's good.
That's not so good. So the medium has missed. And the light mortar.
Another 1 would be great.
6.
Now, the exact opposite of that.
So we would like to take that and cover. See how much of the unit I can cover.
You can get 3 in there.
Yeah, we'll get that's good. So it's -1. So they're only on 4s. Thankfully for you, the medium missed.
2, 2, 4. So just 1.
And a
D2 pins.
2 pins.
Up to 6 pins now. That feels uncomfortable.
And then the 2 rifles at the section in cover.
Yes.
They've, I think, been the most successful part of this US force.
Yes. Yeah, the artillery battery,
so,
as I like to think of it these days.
1 hit.
Another
and
pin.
Then looking at 5s, nothing.
No wound, but another pin.
Up to 7 pins.
It's deeply, deeply uncomfortable is what that is. So, here's my plan. I'm going to draw one of my dice, give it to them on a fire order, roll a double 1, take all the pins off, and undo all your good work.
I like the ambition. I think.
Good.
I think that
you've got to have plans. You just can't go with this half-assed.
You've got to have hope.
Dumb Spyro Sparrow. While I breathe, I hope. It's me. Oh, man. Fire on them. There are pins. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to roll a double one now. Oh, I was so close.
I saw the one land.
Saw the one. So he gets a +2 minus
5.
5.
So you needed a 5.
So I needed a 5 and I got a 6.
So
they're
they go
just gonna
down.
Go down. Oh, well.
But it does give them an additional +2 to their cover.
Yes.
So I'm not going to really want to fire upon them anymore.
Good. Stick with that. Stick with that.
I think.
One for you.
Wonderful. Can't really turn that around to fire.
Oh, you could.
But then I sacrifice.
You mean you turn your backside? Well, no, they're immobilized now, so all he could turn would be his turret. So, yeah. Oh, man. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
I'm going to lose the Sherman this turn now. So, seeing the 2 officers thinking they've got away scot-free, we'll fire the hull-mounted at that unit.
Yes.
And the coaxial machine gun at the officers.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like them to go down before we...
Oh, God, no. Not when I'm 3 VPs away from the table edge.
Okay, so we've got to do the order test.
Yes.
Let's see.
Passes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Removes a pin. So we are looking at baseline of 4 +1 for the pin. So let's remove that because it is not with them. And we've got 3 dice.
1 hit then
1
on
hit.
5, yeah.
So that is a pin.
Yes.
I could stop them.
It won't stop them. My officer's made of sterner stuff than that.
1 hit. We then go to a wounding.
Cocked. Oh, that's terrible shame. Oh, let me just pop out.
That's a shame.
Pop that there. Oh, yes. Delightful. Delightful.
And then the medium on the front.
Yeah, on the front unit. They're not going to go down either. What's the point? They get
2 hits.
Twice.
And then wounding on 5s.
Oh, no wounds, but they will get another pin to the ever-expanding cloud of pins that are following them around. Look at that. Up to 5 now.
There are more pins than men.
I mean, c'est la vie. Right. Our survey says 1 for me.
You go try and run them. Do they want to break free?
Yes, 100%. The officer really wants to do that. Is there anything else out there that can deal with my StuG right now? No. So...
all I've got to activate over there is the half track.
It's the half track. Yeah. The officer's going to attempt to run off board simply because I don't want the half track to mow him down.
So with your officer's bonus, you are looking at 11. So 10,
yeah.
10 minus 1, but then goes back up by 2.
So just do a foobar. And I don't. So they're going to be
and I will remove
off.
them. Or would you like the honour of removing them?
Oh no, you can take them off.
As you score 3 VP.
I score 3 VP. That's my favourite sound today. I score 3 VP. I'm actually going to put this little red one over here with the others.
I think that's fair.
And in that way I know that that's worth more. Now, can I do anything else spectacular before I get mortared off the board next turn? Our survey says, ooh, another one for me. Right. I shouldn't, but remember what I was going to do there?
Yeah.
I'm going to do something similar with those guys.
Time to be heroic.
So they are going to activate for a run order. I'm going to roll the double 1 for the C in courage, lose all the pin markers and just book it out of there.
Let's go for it.
I mean, how could that feel? Such a cunning plan. No. Almost the exact opposite. They're going to go down.
I saw that 6 land and I was
the
like,
other one's a 5. They came very close to shooting themselves in the face. So, okay, they're going to go down. Oopsie.
Sometimes it happens.
Yes. I mean, sooner or later it has to. Oh, American. That's terrible.
Oh,
Not
that's a shame.
them. Yeah.
So we are going to go activate and see if we will keep it in the game.
Yes.
So we are looking at 9.
Okay. Little half track. Double 1s.
If only.
See, I didn't throw anything at you there.
There's a lot of things in here to throw.
Ah,
So we're going to fire point blank.
damn you, God of
at
double
that unit.
ones.
You are down, so you do get your cover, but it's in point blank.
Point blank, so the cover goes away again.
So we are looking at 2s.
All of them?
And then 4s because of your...
Yeah.
Let's remove that one. Hiding in the corner. So 5s. No, 4s because of the pen.
Yep.
Only 1.
Only 1.
How delightful.
It's still not enough to cause them to take a morale check.
But another pin.
But another pin.
You've got an assault rifle, your NCO, or a light machine gun.
I'm going to not worry so much about the moving and firing with the assault rifle. So let's just stick with the machine gun and NCO.
That sounds like...
That's...
And they've stuck there the entire game.
God bless them.
They've been a better roadblock than my Greyhound.
The weird thing is, they may actually be in scoring zone. They may be within 12 of your board edge for the actual
They might. I think
point.
they might just clip it.
I'm not going to check yet because it'll be more fun if they stay there to the end. Me. Okay. Right. Pack.
Pack on the Sherman.
Yeah. Or Hanomag. Sherman's not doing anything anyway. Somebody might take a shot at the pack and pin it though. I'll do the pack first. I'm less worried about the Sherman. So pack's going to fire. Or sorry, I'm less worried about the Hanomag. So pack will fire at the Sherman while he's side-ish onto me and with his turret turned while he's not paying attention. 75mm is going to attempt to shoot him in the side of the head. And 6, another hit.
Hits.
And a penetrating roll. Another 6. And a 5.
So that would be a very dead Sherman.
Oh, that's exciting news. I like that. I'll have his little dice as well because he'd already fired this turn. So I may not win the war, but I'll accumulate.
As soon as it showed us minimal amount of armor as possible, you start hitting.
Once he was trying to dig in behind a tree line, at that point my guys went, we should probably shoot that. You know what it is? He turned the star on the flank side onto me, so it gives a target.
Bullseye.
Never paint a big white star on the side of your Sherman. You're just asking for trouble. And our survey says, oh, me again. Right, in that case, go Hanomag, go. Advance.
You could still do this.
I very much could. They will attempt to advance. He has a pin on him. So our survey says 7, 8 for the pin.
You're fine.
Still fine. The pin can go. And then he will...
Could do your turn and run off the road. Run straight down the road.
But would I not go ploughing through my own men?
Oh, that is true.
Yeah. So I'm going to cautiously advance, like a cautious thing. And by cautiously, I mean I'm going to go burning through the side of the hedge there. So turn 45 over the hedge, another 3 forward with a second turn. They get 2 turns?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's good. That will advance him up to there. Not going to be shooting at anybody now that he's facing the wrong way as the 2 half tracks pass each other on either side of a grass verge.
Yeah, drivers waving at each other.
Yep. And our survey says American. I didn't think it wasn't good to be an American. What have we got?
If you could pull another dice, I'm going to snap to the 2 teams over there.
Okay. I will do that thing.
Just get there. So next turn, they'll be able to run, potentially get into your deployment zone.
Yes, I see that creeping in there.
Someone's got to do it.
If only there was a massively pinned unit of Fallschirmjager nearby that could stop them.
That could roll a double 1.
I mean, next turn they're definitely going to do it. Look how close they are. They want it. They're crying out for it, and I will give it to them. So we have another American. Rifle sections on the hill.
We're going to order test.
Yes.
See if we can.
10, 11, they fail. Go down.
Yeah.
Oh, 10. No, you're stubborn, so you always pass on 10s.
Is
that right?
No, so that's only on morale.
Oh, okay.
So I don't take the effect.
Oh, so they will go down.
So
oh,
yeah,
that's
because
great
it's a
news.
10 minus 1.
Happy days.
They've not done much.
They've done quite a lot. To be fair, most of that was mortars, but
That was this one battery. They've been doing me proud. That and the half track staying without any pins on it whatsoever.
Yeah, nobody's more confused than I on that respect. Right. So, Stug. Can the Stug fire at the half track?
Yes, it can. Oh.
Because there are infantry so close.
I think we'll have to look at the angle of it. I would say you could, purely because it is behind the cover.
Yeah, so if I'm going that way.
You could clip its wheel without.
That's all right, because if not, I will just drive forward in a straight line.
It's immobilized.
Is he immobilized? No, he just can't.
Yes, he can't turn. So he can go in a straight line, which will run him straight into the Sherman.
That would be funny, though. No, I'll fire this turn. I'll drive him forward in the future. So we'll attempt to make my order check. See if I go down again this turn. 6. If I'd got a double one there, I would have cried. So a pass and a pin will go. And then a single shot.
And you are looking at freeze.
4s, because I've got a pin. It doesn't matter, I get another 1. Am I correct in thinking that is the fifth one that a Stug has rolled out of, I think, 5 shots?
5 shots, yeah.
They are terrible shots. Who are in those? Did you know when they had the Sturmtigers were rolled off the line for the first time, they didn't have anybody trained to actually use them yet? So they forced the people who had built them in the factory to get in and drive them. And I imagine it's something similar here. They're not actually
the
crews. They're just the people who know how to maneuver them off the assembly line. And that's why none of them can fire the guns properly.
That would make sense.
Something has to make sense.
They've moved.
And that works for me.
That's about it.
Right.
Oh.
There are only 2 dice and it's one of each of us.
Your officer,
my officer and your
rifle section.
Other rifle section. And it's your rifle section first.
Okay, let's just do this order test, see if they'll do something.
Yes.
No.
11 again. Wow. Wow.
This is definitely not easy company.
That's amazing. Right. My officer. Are you within 18 inches from my SMG? Ooh. 6 inches forward, 12 inches to take a shot.
I think you would be.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to advance and see whether or not I am. Let me just move the trees just to make my life easier. And weirdly, somebody in my army who doesn't currently have 1 million pins on them. So I don't even have to take a test. So strange.
It's even better.
Yeah. So he goes to there. He goes to there. And then I'll replace some trees. And then 12-inch SMG. Hello, Mr. Man. You are. God bless you. You are in range, whoever that is. Is that your officer?
That will be the officer team, yes.
That's better. 2 shots.
2 shots.
Soft
cover.
For the SMG and then soft cover, yeah. 1 hit.
They are veteran, so 5s again.
Ooh.
Let's see if I can roll that. No.
Nope.
So, unfortunately, his poor rifleman.
Rifleman goes.
Has gone.
He'll take a pin and a morale check. Please fail this. Please, you would do me such a big favour. No.
He stays.
He stays. But that is the end of a very quick turn 4. I'll be right back for turn 5 in just a second. All right, we're ready for turn 5. And see how things go in this one.
Not looking good for the Americans at this point.
That's Americans go first. Yeah, at the moment I am 7 VPs to 1. Although that can swing quite happily because there's a few things out there that I mean, they've been borderline dead for some time. They just haven't learned to stop kicking yet.
If you could, I'm going to do something very original. If
Yes.
you could get another dice for a snap 2.
Snap 2 on the
Well,
board.
I've got to do the order test first, and we'll
Okay.
see if he can do it. But yep,
He does.
He makes it.
So that's your little ossifer at the front. He's going to snap 2 with his little bazooka buddy.
So tape measure. Don't leave that behind.
No. Never leave a man behind.
So that pin is removed. So I'm going to run up to there. And the second squad is going to run up to there.
Oh my word. Just through the tree line. There you go, like the hand of God.
Just scoot it there. And then run. They haven't fired a shot this entire game.
No. But they don't need to if they get into the scoring. So that's how that one goes. Our survey says 1 for me. Oh. Choices.
It's looking...
I feel like the half track needs to go away before he attempts to do something to my 2 remaining Fallschirmjager there.
Machine gun my Hanamag.
Yes. So he will attempt a fire order. He will foobar. Oh dear.
Third foobar of the game.
Presumably the only people he can see to shoot are going to be
His own...
his own Fallschirmjager in front of him with his machine gun.
Yeah.
Because there's dense terrain between him and the half track, yeah. So 3 dice.
4
oh well,
dice
actually,
because
I've
of
got to
George.
roll to see if he retreats.
Yeah.
Because he might not be a friendly fire. No, it's a friendly fire. Don't worry. So
We were predicting it.
yeah, I thought what would be the worst thing I could do, and that would be to shoot my friends in the back. So let's do that then. So I've got a pin on me. That was successfully removed. No, it wasn't because I foobarred. That's why we're here. So -1 still.
Yep. -1.
So just a singular hit. That'll be
So
another
it is
pin
an
on
extra,
them.
technically another D6 because of Hitler's buzzsaw. So your machine gun gets an additional dice.
Oh, it gets a 4th. Okay.
I know it's the worst time to have to
he
think
misses
it's fired
anyway.
its machine gun, so
He misses anyway. So just a single hit, another pin, a casualty, and
And
therefore a morale check
break test.
on the remaining singular man. We'll need to get a pin from some. I've got
Yeah.
one. Let's just pop.
So you're stubborn as well, so you're not going to struggle with this break test.
10. So I pass on my unmodified 10.
And he
He
stays.
stays. Is there still a last man standing? Does he have to make a test every turn for being the singular
No,
remaining men?
No,
in
so he'll
this?
stay as long as he has to do the order test. So we'll see
Wow.
if he... Insane bravery, but...
Just need that double 1, lads. All we need is a double 1.
I mean, what could happen? You know, if I activate the Hanamag and he runs away, you could be in a very good position.
Being followed. It's you, sir. Being followed by a whole star system of pin markers. Like a terrible cluster of pins.
We are going to ignore your very bogged down,
Yes.
poor singular Fallschirmjager. And we're going to fire the heavy machine gun at the Hanamag in
Okay.
the vain hope that we can take it out before it gets to flee.
Yes.
So, are we in? We are in point blank.
Yeah. Just turn the pintle mount around and just straight into the side of my...
So we're looking at 2s.
Yes. One hit. That's some poor rolling.
Anything but a 1 and all I get.
Joining my happy home.
So we're looking at 6s,
Yes. No.
but it is a pin.
But it is a pin.
I've got a pin here.
Oh, of course you've got plenty of pins. All the pins are on my men. I've cornered the market in pin markers.
You just wipe out my units before they get pins.
Well, that's the sensible thing to do,
Yeah.
I will say. It's one for you again.
So, where do we want to go? I'd love for these 2 sections to do more than just go down.
Go down
run.
or run off.
But we are going to snap 2
Yeah.
with the mortars.
You surprise me not at all, sir. Not at all.
Okay. So, medium mortar first.
Yes.
And I'm not going to use the dreaded phrase that will signal my demise. So,
Not anything but a 1 then.
Yeah.
You can get 3 is the best you can manage.
I think we'll go with that. That sounds good to me.
Or you can take a 2.
I think we'll do this.
Go with a 3. Okay.
So we're looking at, for this, freeze to wound. 2.
2.
And a D2 pins. 1 pin for once.
Oh, okay. Shame. So 2 casualties so far. And then the light mortar.
Yep.
It doesn't. Excellent. Oh, dearie me.
So that's that. And then it's the singular.
I require 1 pin. And,
There is a pin.
and I don't even need to make a morale check because they've still got 3 guys left that unit.
So we
Go 2 riflemen, go.
1 hit, 1
Oh
miss.
dear.
Looking at 5s.
No, but another pin marker, so that's all great news. Let's just grab that one from there and add that.
1 more pin and they will be
4,
fleeing
6,
the
8,
battlefield.
9. Yeah, because it will
Be
pass
their
over their
max.
morale level.
Yep.
Right.
So we are getting there. Slowly whittling you down.
Just ridiculous. Survey says that I'm going to take a rally test.
You're not going to just try and hope for a double 1.
I would love to hope for double. You know, if I get the double 1 now and I could have picked fire, I'll cry. I have a dice, please.
Of course.
There
you are.
So rally with my ossifer there. And if I rally, it's no longer D6 pins, it's just all the pins.
are cleared. It's a big step up for rally.
10. I just
Just
by the skin of my bottom,
all of those pins are gone.
all of those pins go away.
Like magic.
Well done, guys. You all get to stay there. Is that his advance from last turn? It is, isn't it?
Yeah. That
Yeah.
needs to be hidden back in the back.
Bad me. Terrible me. Anyway. So, that's 1 squad safe. You
For
said in
now.
a high questioning voice.
With 3 men,
Yep.
they are at 30%.
Another for me. And I think my half track's going to attempt to go. Or 6, 7. Yeah. Or do I? Oh, it doesn't really matter. Everybody's kind of gone there anyway. So
Yeah, everyone just met in the middle here and died.
it's the best way. I think my half track will attempt to advance. It will not, for their irregular.
Yep,
And
regular.
the single pin will mean that will go down.
So that was worth it.
Yep. Always worth it. Always. So, my disappointment is measurable. My day's not ruined yet.
Another German.
Ooh, another German. I feel like that's going to be I'm going to try the double 1.
Let's go
I'm
for
going to try
it.
the double 1 on that poor fellow. Because if he manages to make that, which will be in advance, he has the potential then to get off next turn, and that'll be an extra 3 VPs. And if he doesn't, he's not doing it anyway. No. 4. So close.
Dice time.
I'm having thoughts. He just goes down then.
Yeah.
doesn't
We'll switch that over to down.
Mhm.
If I can find down. There it is.
he? Okay. Another dice, of which there are 4 left. Another one for me. Pack?
Yeah.
Pack will shoot at somebody somewhere?
I think it is just the half track.
Yeah. It is just the half track. That doesn't count as cover for the half track. That's just his
No.
pins.
Yeah, it's just
Just clear out of the way, and there's, all of a sudden there's a road there.
not just a sea of red.
Right. He will attempt to fire at the half track. On 3s.
Hits.
Hits. Better than 1s would be good. So that's
A +6, that'd be a 9. So it's a
Is-
big hit. You hit at full strength.
what's my half range though? Is it
You have got 72,
36? Okay, I'm at 31.
so
A
you're
bit.
perfectly fine.
Okay. And then 3.
On fire.
On fire is good. In an NBA Jam kind of on fire.
So
Type of on
I get a
fire.
pin. I get an additional pin for being on fire, and then I have to do an order test.
Oh, that's good news.
If I fail this, the crew just scupper it.
Just scupper and go.
So we're looking at a base of 7.
Yes. 5. You're okay.
He stays.
He doesn't mind that he's on fire.
He's made of sterner stuff.
Can he put himself out? Or did he just burn every turn?
No, that's him putting the fire out. So if they fail the order test, they just fail, and they assume to have been abandoning a smoking wreck.
Right. Has to be one of your LMG sections then.
I think let's attempt to get them going.
Airborne rifle section, I suppose, is technically what they are.
Let's try and get the one with 3 men to activate. They do, thankfully, by the skin of their teeth, as they have a 10, -1 for the pin, and they did get the 9. So just about. We are then going to remove the pin and fire upon the Fallschirmjager in the trees. So 4 dice.
Thought you might.
The submachine gun is almost certainly out of range, but let us check for the sake of checking. Yeah. Well out of range. So 4 dice, hitting you on 4s. Is that
1?
1 hit?
Then 5s. Don't worry, I've got pin markers now.
That's 1 more pin.
Nope. No wounds though. So
No wounds.
That's okay.
And that would be the fire order.
1 for each of us. My officer, your running team.
Yeah, the running away team.
Is it your running away team?
Yeah.
No, it's my officer. Okay.
Yeah, try and gun me down.
I am 100% going to try and gun you down, and I'm positive that will have to be in advance, because I'm almost certain you're more than 12 away there. Or are you?
I mean, submachine
guns are assaults, so yeah.
Might as well move and fire.
Me as well, as you say. So we will advance. And we'll just go this way. Over to there. And the pistol will be in range as well. Fear the pistol. Go on, start fearing.
Is it in range with 6?
I don't know, but I'll find out in a second. So, measuring tip. My pistol is just under 7, but no, not in 6. So close. He will fire at the dirt around your feet while my officer fires 2 submachine gun shots right into your officer, into the side of the head. No hits.
Lucky break for the US here.
Lucky boy, which means single die remaining. It must be yours.
Excellent. So let's see if they will do something beyond turn 1.
Yeah, they've not done well. Finally.
And they remove the pin.
Finally remove that pin. That's been my favourite pin of the entire game.
It's done so much for you.
It really has.
Back to where they started at turn 2. Sort of.
So advance.
They can't get down because of the cliff.
Yeah.
But what they are going to do is fire at the officer.
That's why I wanted your green dice to come out first, but, you know.
So we've got 1 rifle and a light machine gun.
Yep.
So we'll just check we're in range.
Yes.
We then we'll do the light machine gun first.
Okay.
So we're looking at 5s.
Nope. That's good.
And then rifle.
Don't do it.
5.
Don't. Right. I was just waiting to see him take one on the side of the head, feel the morale, then just run off.
Oh.
Okay. End of turn 5. Back in just a second for the final turn in this breakthrough mission. My officer got off. All right, we're back for turn 6. And the final turn should prove interesting.
Still all to play for, and we finally got the US back on track.
And it is the US to go first.
I think to stop them from firing, we're we're going to do a snap 2.
Snap 2 with the motors again.
Very original.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So we're really focusing on making sure your MG cannot fire at my poor troops running. So medium mortar, anything but a 1.
Yes. Be a hit, which will
Catch the 2.
Yep.
And then with those, we have got +2, so 3s needed.
Both.
And that is both gone. That'd be a D2, 1 additional pin marker.
Just the 1.
However, it is a morale test.
Yes, we're finally actually forced to take a morale test with these guys, despite having taken.
But they are stubborn, so the pins do not go into effect.
9, I will pass that morale check. He loves it. He can't get enough of it.
The light mortar,
Yes.
anything but a 1.
We'll hit the singular man.
And I am looking for a 4.
Ooh. Poor gentleman. I'll give you one of those.
And he cannot. This unit is going to attempt to fire at your officer.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a horrid feeling. It's not even that horrid. I'm like 99% sure he is out of range.
Well, at least you're not having to worry about the
Yeah.
the dense terrain.
No, that is true. That is gone. So, with that out of the way, dice.
Another dice.
Have we taken one out? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
already
yeah.
There.
Oh,
You're well
you've already got there.
prepared. Well prepared.
Oh, it's me. And it's going to be
An
my officer down here. So they will advance and...
Are you assaulting?
No,
Nope, just point blank.
just point blank. Pistol and SMG into your officer. So SMG first.
Looking at 2s.
Nope. 1 in, 1 out. Has to be in the trade count. 1 hit.
Looking at 5s.
Then 4. No.
But a pin.
And the pistol. Single shot.
Single shot, no assault. So you're looking at 5s.
5s, he
But
misses.
drops down to a
Oh, for point blank.
3.
Yes. And nothing on that. So
He's a very happy man.
just a little pin on him.
I've already prepared that.
And our survey says 1 for you.
Well, we are going to snap to action
Snap 2 before anything else happens.
before anything else bad happens to them. Wonderful.
There you go.
But first, before I start moving, order test.
Oh, yes.
Because I potentially will be giving you back the dice. 9.
Oh,
so it's
9.
just.
Shame. Shame, I feel.
That is edge of your seat.
Mm.
And then pins removed. And 12 will run me off the board.
Yes.
That's both units.
Both units off.
So
Okie dokie.
he will look behind him and see none of his men with him. So I'll put these 2 back over here.
Okie dokie.
That suddenly swung round.
Yes. Our survey says 1 for you.
Why, thank you. I'm going to try and activate the poor burning, or was once burning Sherman.
Yes.
Sherman? M3 half track.
The half track.
I think I've given it every name but its own. And no,
Feels.
it goes down.
What a terrible shame.
Before anything, it goes down. Then,
Our survey says
yes,
1 for me.
1 for you.
Right.
Running that Hanomag off.
Yes. I will attempt that. I will see whether or not I will foobar it. No, I will pass. No, I won't pass because he's got a pin on him. And he's only a regular, so he will just go down as well. So the Hanley Mag won't.
So it's all up to that man with 7 pins.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes. Oh.
And is it him? No, we'll leave him to last. because nobody can hurt him where he is, hiding behind all the armour. So my Stug will attempt to drive forward. Go Stug, go 3. That was dangerously close to my superb double 1 that I need for the other guy. That would have been a waste.
I think one of us would be crying and one of us would be laughing.
I would be laughing because it would be funny. He will just advance. Dun, 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 to there. And I feel like shooting at the
M3.
The M3 out of badness more than anything else. So I will. Nah, miss it.
No. You do have the pintle mounted.
Oh, of course.
You've got some pins on.
It doesn't matter. He's not going to get another turn anyway.
True.
So I'll just assume I missed because it would be par for the course.
Well, the Stug only hit the once, but it did get, what was it, the pack that...
The pack's done all the damage.
Yeah. What was it, the pack that put the Hanamag on fire?
It set it on fire.
Knocked out
and knocked out the Sherman.
Knocked out the Greyhound.
Yeah. Stugs were... Is that 400 points of my list for those Stugs?
Yep.
That's terrible. What are you going to do?
It's not much.
It's your 2
it's just these
airborne
two,
rifles.
potentially being able... I'll go with this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to fire at your pack.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just check the range of the light machine gun. So if you could just...
Yes.
Perfectly.
Yes. Plenty of room.
You are going to get the light cover. 4 dice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take one of those.
Nope.
And we are looking at 4s.
2.
2. Very nice. Then we are looking at 5s.
And 1.
So he's down to 2 crew, because he already took 1 casualty, didn't he?
Yes. Well,
So
if I fail my save, he will be.
Yes.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Passes. But he will get a pin. I'll take it from my mountain of pins.
They've been doing pretty well, that pack crew.
Yes.
They're going to get well rewarded.
Well, they're going to get rewarded by being left behind in this breakthrough mission.
Yeah.
You cover the back, and we're all leaving, lads. It's your, I think, remaining.
And they are going to attempt to attack your officer.
Go for the officer. Yep.
So it's just going to be the light machine gun.
Yes.
And the 1 additional rifle.
Yep.
So if you could just check that range for me.
There's 2 foot, so your rifle's going to fall short.
So just the light machine gun with 4 dice.
Yes.
Hitting you on 4s.
3 of them.
Wounding you on 4s for this officer.
Yes. Because he's only a regular 1. It's 1 pin on, 1 and a morale check.
Yep.
By Pistol Boy.
He's not stubborn.
No, he doesn't need to be
There's a
stubborn. He's grand.
Yes.
No, he's not grand. He leaves. Leaves on 11.
Ooh.
Gish, gish, gosh.
That's starting to swing back, but not enough before the end of the game in terms of order dice removed.
Well, we will see where we go. 2 dice left, presumably both mine.
Yep.
So, pack I will do first. Pack will fire at something.
The finishing round of the Sherman. Sherman M3.
Into the M3, that would be the sensible thing to do, yes. So, order test, because I am a little bit pinned, which we will not pass, because we're regular. Ooh. So they'll just go down. I see how this game is going. And then...
brave man.
Running. Remember, double 1s. Absolutely booking it right down Main Street. Halfway there, but not good enough. He's just going to go down as well. So, that is the end of that.
I got 2 units
You got
off.
2 units off. That's worth 6.
Points.
Is my Hanamag within your deployment zone?
He is just clipping it.
So does he have to be totally inside or inside?
No, so a unit has to be completely within the enemy deployment zone to score the point.
Okay. So in this case, it's a 6-3 victory to the Americans.
And to win the round, you need to have a 2-point lead.
Oh.
So
that 2-1 is essentially a draw. Nobody has managed to be decisively broken through. And that's the end of that. So hopefully you've enjoyed that little look at Bolt Action 3rd edition. If you have any questions, please drop them below. Let us know what you think. And we'll be back soon for more of the same. Don't forget to check out the rest of the videos throughout the Bolt Action week here on the channel. Till then, bye-bye.
Bye.
It's the Bolt Action 3rd edition week here on Tabletop, and with a comment you could win one of 3 Battle of the Bulge Starter Sets. We will pick 3 winners, one from the YouTube comments, one from the comments on OnTableTop.com, and one from our Cult of Games members. So you guys get an extra chance to win.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.